Welcome back to Kansas Weather Watch. I'm meteorologist Josh Duncan, and we had a batch of storms develop overnight into early this morning. This was the view from Topeka looking to the northwest just before 9:30 this morning. You can see a towering cumulonimbus cloud, and it was actually this storm that went on to produce some pretty large hail in southern Jackson County to the west of Hoyt. Radar estimated hail sizes up around $0.50 to ping pong ball size there. We also had reports of large hail in Allen, Kansas. That's north of Emporia in northern Lyon County. Reports that windows and windshields were broken from some ping pong ball size hail down there. So a couple areas had some pretty large hail to deal with early this morning. Most places did not see hail, but the rainfall was a bit more widespread across parts of central and eastern Kansas, with some places picking up about a quarter to a half inch of rain, but the amounts really tapered off as you got further east because the showers pretty much dissipated by the time they made it into Missouri. And we're still watching for another chance of a few storms to develop this afternoon and into this evening across parts of central and northeast Kansas. An isolated hail and wind threat is there if storms are able to materialize, but widespread severe weather is not expected tonight, and that threat will taper off by around midnight, leaving us dry for Friday with a mostly sunny sky, but it will be a bit cooler across eastern Kansas, still pretty warm, mid to upper 70s for highs, mid to upper 80s though out west with another very warm day on the way, 88 degrees in Colby. We had some 90s in Kansas today. We might see one or two 90s on the map in far northwest Kansas, but it won't be quite as warm overall statewide. But it will be just as windy. Winds coming out of the south for Friday, gusting 30 to 40 miles per hour. So similar to the wind this evening, it's going to stick around for your Friday. The breeze is with us here in Kansas as a storm system moves in for the weekend. It's still going to be warm on Saturday. Highs in the 70s for most of the state, but a cold front will be moving through northwest Kansas. That means 60 and falling temperatures in Colby and 68 for Scott City. That cold front marching east throughout the afternoon and evening hours is going to lead to a chance of some rain, especially after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We think the chances really go up after sunset, with the best chance of showers and thunderstorms across far eastern Kansas. So Independence, Emporia, Topeka, Hiawatha, on over to the east, you've got the best chance of seeing rain, but really statewide, there could still be some showers that get going for a time Saturday night into early Sunday. There's also a chance of severe weather with this round of activity. So south central into eastern Kansas with the storms Saturday afternoon into Saturday night, we could be looking at some hail and wind producing thunderstorms once again. Stay tuned for updates. We'll have another check of this forecast for you tomorrow. So your weekend outlook as a whole in Kansas City, again, it's warm for Saturday, 78 degrees. There will be quite a few clouds for the start of the weekend, but a few areas of clearing are possible. Then Saturday night, storms are pretty likely with a low of 43 in the metro. It's only 53 Sunday afternoon, so much cooler behind that storm system with a few lingering showers possible, but not much rain falling throughout the day on Sunday. And taking a look at the forecast highs over the next few days, again, it's warm through Saturday, much cooler Sunday, highs in the 40s and low 50s. And then Monday, staying on the cooler side, but will start to moderate out in western Kansas with some mid to upper 50s returning to the map Monday afternoon. That's after a freeze is likely Monday morning across western Kansas, with air temperatures getting down to the upper 20s and low 30s. We'll be close to freezing, but probably just above freezing across eastern Kansas, and it will probably be just too windy for a frost out east, but we'll watch it closely. There will be a frost most likely across parts of western and north central Kansas Sunday night into Monday. And of course, the freezing conditions are no surprise this time of year. Our average last freeze isn't until April for almost all of Kansas, Goodland actually isn't until May 4th. So we've got a ways to go. That doesn't mean that everyone is necessarily going to get another freeze this year, but if you want to be safe, hold off on some of the gardening because we still got to wait a couple of more weeks to become more confident that we're done with the freezing temperatures this season. That's your Thursday forecast update. Thanks for watching.